Hello children, come let's understand one more topic in periodic table. All of you all know that the periodic table of elements contain 7 periods and 18 groups. In that, the properties of the elements, there is a trend in their properties. These properties, how do they vary when we go along a period or when we go from top to bottom of the group? Let us learn and understand some of the periodic properties. What are the properties? Ionization energy, electronegativity, atomic radius, electron affinity and metallic character. Here we shall discuss two properties. First, let us start with electron affinity. What is electron affinity? When an atom gets one electron added to it, that becomes a negatively charged ion called as anion. See the example here. The gaseous chlorine neutral atom gets one electron added, releases energy, a large amount of energy equal to 349 kilojoules per mole. And this energy that is released during the electron getting added to it is called as electron affinity. Now let's go with another example here. Fluorine atom gets one electron added to it. You can see its atomic number is 9 and its configuration is 2,7, which means its outermost shell contains 7 electrons, whereby when it gets one electron added to it, it gets the configuration of neon, which is the most stable configuration. So by getting this electron, it releases energy, and that energy is termed as electron affinity. Now let us see what happens to this electron affinity when we start from lithium to fluorine in the second period. You can see that the number of protons in each atom is given. In the case of lithium, it is 3 proton, then it is 4 proton for beryllium, then 5 for boron, carbon with 6 protons, nitrogen with 7, oxygen with 8 and fluorine with 9. As the nuclear charge increases from left to right, there is increase in the effective nuclear charge and therefore the atomic size decreases from lithium to fluorine. And this makes every atom to greatly attract the unbonded electron of the other atom. This makes the electron affinity values increase from left to right of the period. The energy released during this is called as electron affinity. Now let us understand the trend of this property from top to bottom of the group. Let us take the example of the halogen family. It starts with fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. The values shows you that the electron affinity values decreases from the top to bottom of the group. With the examples of the halogens, we can understand that as the size increases from top to bottom of the group, the electron affinity values decreases. You all could have now understood what is electron affinity. It is nothing but when an electron is added to the neutral gaseous atom, releases energy, and this energy is termed as electron affinity. Let's discuss the next property, electronegativity. What is electronegativity? The tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons. Simply we can explain it with a tug of war game. The person who is stronger will be able to pull the rope towards them. The same way, between two atoms, the bonded electron is pulled by the highly electronegative atom. Electronegativity is nothing but it's a measure of the ability of an atom to attract the shared pair of electron towards it. What do you see here? You can see an atom A and another atom B. P is highly electronegative and therefore it is able to attract and pull the electron towards it. See, the example here you can see is hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen is electropositive in nature, whereas chlorine is electronegative in nature. It needs one electron to attain the inert gas configuration. The elements like hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, they are less electronegative. So when they combine with highly electronegative element like chlorine, chlorine being highly electronegative pulls the bonded electron towards it. All the examples of halogens are highly electronegative because they just need one electron to complete their outermost shells. Electronegativity is attracting the shared pair of electron. Children, now I hope you all would have understood what is electron affinity and what is electronegativity. Have a joyful learning, children.